Hey beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome back to some Warframe. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to farm XP solo, because let's be honest, teammates regardless of the game are a nuisance. They can either slow you down or be in your favor. It's entirely random, so it's much better to rely on yourself than on others. So before I continue with the video, please spot and kick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. There are many places where you guys can go and rank your stuff up, but bear in mind that the method I'm about to show you guys is purely solo. But if you came to this video and you want to know how do I rank my stuff up, which includes my warframes and my weapons and sentinels and all that good stuff all in one go, I've still got you guys covered. So the first place we want to go to is either Sedna, and on this note Hydron. Hydron is a defense based mission, and the way that this is going to work is simple. Make sure it's on public and you guys want to stay there for 10 waves. After 10 waves is done, extract. Now the reason why I personally hate this spot is because A, I have to rely on randoms, B, it's repetitive, and C, randoms will always extract after 5 waves where you basically get almost 0 XP. So if you guys want to do that, go to that method. I'm not stopping you guys. Another place where you guys can go to is Pluto, and the node is called Herocon. Now Herocon is a excavation based mission, and it's a pretty good place actually, because you get a bunch of bonuses. Now the bonuses you get are written on the description over here. You get 35% more resource drop rate, you get 30% more affinity, and you get 25% even more affinity if you get a pistol kill, aka your secondary. So if you guys want to max out your weapons in one go, there are a few things that we'll be needing. So the first thing that we need to do is go to the market and buy yourself an affinity booster. So click on search, type in AFF, and you'll come across an affinity booster. If you guys don't know what affinity is, it's basically XP. That's exactly what it is. Affinity equals XP. Go ahead and buy it for 40 platinum. If you guys don't have the platinum, don't worry, I have a video on it. I'll leave a link down in the description that tells you guys exactly how to make platinum really quickly. We'll also be needing Ivara. Why? Because she can turn invisible and she can put enemies to sleep. So let me show you guys the build. So here's a build, and of course it's a zero former build. We don't use former on this channel unless it's important. So starting off with the aura, we've got ourselves corrosive projection. That way we can kill armored units with ease. For our mods, we have prime continuity, organ message, and constitution for more duration. The more duration we have, the longer the enemies will stay asleep. Also, having duration will mean that Ivara can stay invisible for longer, as it decreases the energy drain per second. For our other two mods, we've got ourselves streamline and fleeting expertise for max efficiency. We want max efficiency because we are going to be spamming our we are going to be spamming our sleep arrows all over the place. And also efficiency helps with energy drain per second. That way we can stay invisible for even longer. Next up, we've got ourselves vitality for more health. That way we don't die so easily. Stretch for more range, and prime flow for a bigger energy pool. Now if you guys don't want stretch, that's cool. You guys can also replace stretch with an augment called infiltrate. This one right here. Basically it allows Ivara to bypass lasers and move 25% faster, because while you're invisible you'll start moving slowly. Now for the arcanes department, we only need one arcane, and that's arcane energize. That way we can just constantly replenish our energy while invisible and don't have to worry about breaking our invisibility to begin with. Arcanes wise, I did previously mention that you must have arcane energize. It's of utter importance, but for the second one it's not as important. That one is entirely up to you. You can go with an arcane fury that can buff your melee damage. You can go with an arcane awakening that can buff your pistol damage. That, ladies and gentlemen, is entirely up to you. But the first arcane, it must be an energize, and the second one must be whatever you want. Now for our gear, we will be needing one piece of equipment, and that is the large energy restorations. In order to get this, simply go to your dojo and fast travel to the Tenno lab. There you will see a blueprint. Go and replicate it, but before you replicate it, make sure that it's the one that makes the large energy restorations, the one that gives you 100 energy every 7.5 seconds for 30 seconds, and when you make one blueprint it needs to produce 100 of these things. Now there's only one place that we're going to be going to in order to be successful in this, and that is Sedna. So click on Sedna and head to a place called Adaro. Adaro is essentially a Grineer Extermination from level 32 to 36, but we want to stay invisible the whole time. I'll give you guys further information once I'm actually in the mission. So here we are in the mission itself. Now I'm going to be walking you guys through this step by step. So the first thing we want to do is fill up our energy pool. That way we can use our invisibility to its fullest extent. Once we've done that, go invisible. That being Ibarra's number 3. And as you guys can see at the bottom right there, it basically takes no energy whatsoever. The next thing we need to do, if you take a look at the bottom right there, you'll see a whole bunch of arrows. There's a purple one, a blue one, a red one, and a yellow one. We have to cycle through those arrows. So we're going to be using the blue one in this case. In order to cycle, just tap number 1. So in this case, we want the blue one. In order to use one of these arrows, simply just hold down the number 1 key. And as you saw, I just shot a sleep arrow, but there's no enemies here, so I can't really demonstrate it. Now, the way that this is going to work is, we're going to find our targets. We're then going to put them all to sleep. Once all of them are asleep, we're then going to kill them. Every time you kill an enemy, you get 100% additional affinity boosted. So here's my target. Let me show you guys. So I put him to sleep, and as you guys can see, he's asleep. Let me put those two guys at the back there. Now pay attention to the top right next to my health. Look at that, stealth kill affinity bonus 100%. You can keep increasing this. It caps at 500% additional affinity booster. It does stack with the booster that we just bought from the shop itself, the market. And there's Arcane Energized proccing, and I already have maximum energy. So we want to just keep killing these guys until the mission's done. Let me just get a bit back. And there you have it. Now because we killed 2 of them, we got 300% extra affinity stacked with the affinity booster. Now we want to kill 121 enemies like this. Eventually we're going to be maxing out our weapon. Now I'll show you guys. I'm just going to do some editing magic, that way you guys don't have to sit through here, watch me do all of this. And also do bear in mind that as Ibarra, while you're invisible, you can't sprint, you can't bullet jump. If you do so, you will break your invisibility. So what I recommend you guys do is, you can take away that stretch mod, which I mentioned earlier in the video, and replace it with infiltrate, which will allow you to move faster and through lasers. Or you guys can keep that stretch and just use your barrel roll and your double jump as a way to move around quicker. Now I'm not saying that this is the fastest way to rank up your weapons. I'm just saying, to me personally, this is the easiest way because I can rely on myself, unlike other teammates. See, teammates, regardless of any game, they get in the way, they can screw you over in many ways. Like for instance, Hydron. So the way that Hydron works, I'm sure you guys know this, you have to stay there for 10 waves and back out and keep coming back. Now I don't like that. This I can at least get done in 1 mission. Also with Hydron, because there's teammates there, a lot of them can like leave after 5 waves, which now means you're going to spend even more time trying to rank up your weapons. And also I deal with a lot of host migration, which is a nuisance as well, because now the enemies will start attacking the objective, making it harder to defend. And because my weapons are unmodded, I have a high chance of failing the mission. With this, it took me about 20 minutes, and yes, I know 20 minutes is no different from Hydron, but that's entirely up to how quick you are. Like for instance, the Tonko. The Tonko is a very slow weapon. Okay, you shoot, you have to reload it and put it back in. It only has one bullet in the magazine, or 1 shell in the magazine. And also you have to stand from a bit of a distance in order to receive maximum damage. You can get up close and personal and kill the enemy's direct shot if you shoot them in the head, but that only applies to lightly armored units. Heavily armored units like the bombards, you'll tickle them. That's what happens. So that's why it takes me 20 minutes. But if you take like another weapon, like say the Tiger's Prime, it won't take you that long. Literally just reload and shoot the enemies, reload and shoot the enemies, so it's a lot quicker. There, because of the weapon being a lot more efficient and quicker, you'll be able to finish this mission at least 15 minutes or 10 minutes in. I'm not saying that Hydron is entirely useless. I'm just saying that if I want to rank up 1 single weapon, I'll go and use this method. But that does not mean that Hydron is entirely useless. It does have its uses, such as if I want to go and rank up a Warframe and a weapon, I'll go and find a Saren in recruitment, or ask a buddy, tell them, listen, can you please nuke this room for me? I just stay within the affinity range and start leeching off all the XP, slowly but surely ranking up all my stuff in one go. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video and if it's helped you, leave a like, spot and kick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'm gonna make like a banana and split.